see, lot of successes have been achieved in the field of science and technology by India after the independence, right? But if you want to place right on the top of all these successes so far achieved, what will you think of? And in my view, I will say the successes like Chandrayaan 1, Mangalyaan, then Chandrayaan 3, these three come to my mind. And you know what is the reason for this? The reason is there are right now three superpowers in the world: America, China, and Europe. And those three superpowers also, what they could not achieve, India has achieved in these three. That is the reason. You see, first also I want to say that I am extremely happy to be amongst you and talking to you today, this afternoon. And I thank the organizers, for giving me this opportunity. So now I want to tell you the details of some of these projects, and also I will give you some idea about what are the future interesting projects of ISRO, which has been already announced by the Prime Minister. Okay, and before I start the lecture, I want to give you some tips how to enter ISRO. Okay, are you interested in that? Yes. This particular thing about one way of after 12th, I think it is not applicable to any of you, right? Or is it applicable to any of you? Anybody before, studying before going to college up to 12th? Are they interested? Okay, anyway, I will just cover that. After 12th, if anybody is there and if he or she wants to enter ISRO, what is the way? First thing is you have to pass the entrance exam of JEE. Same thing what you passed for IIT, right? And then if you go into this website, iist.accountin, then you will get all the information about what are the careers you can choose there once you get into it, and also what are the programs, etc. And I don't have to really spend time here. So iist.account.in, this is, you please note down. You can also give this information to any siblings or any of your youngster friends, so it will be useful for them. And those who are already undergraduate students, like they are doing B, and I think most of you are in that category, please note the website isro.gov.in, and in that the career opportunities. There if you go, you will find ISRO advertises the vacancies regularly whenever they are generated, and then you can go as per that. First you have to apply, then you have to, if you are sort of getting a reply to that, then you have to appear to the written test online, and if you are doing well in the written test, then you will get a personal interview call, which is quite rigorous. But let me tell you, it is all about technical and science, and absolutely no general knowledge, etc. And then, if you are successful, you will be recruited. So that is the way around for those of you who are already doing your B. Now, I come to the real topic. Friends, let us see where the space starts, okay, and where the atmosphere ends. To get a perception about the heights, because now we are going above Earth, okay, more and more and deeper into space. So to start with, I will say, the highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest, and its height is about 9 kilometers. So in comparison to that, now you will understand the further heights which I am going to talk about. 15 kilometer height. As you go higher and higher from sea level on the earth, what happens? The atmosphere becomes thinner and thinner, oxygen content becomes lesser and lesser. At 15 kilometer height, what is the significance of that height? You see, above 15 kilometers, no aircraft in the world can fly. What is the reason for that? All aircrafts, they require oxygen in the outside atmosphere to do their work. Their engines will not function if they don't get oxygen from outside the atmosphere. Above 15 kilometers, there is not enough oxygen for them, so no aircraft can fly above 15 kilometers. Then what do you do if you want to go higher than 15 kilometers? We use a rocket. What is so special about the rocket which is not there in the aircraft? Rocket not only carries fuel along with it, but it also carries oxygen with it. Okay, and that's why there is no limitation. Rocket is the only vehicle in the world which can fly in any medium. It can fly through water, it can fly through air, it can fly through atmosphere as well as space. So that is the only vehicle. And that you can use for going into space. Here also I have shown the boundary of 100 kilometers above Earth. What is the significance of this? At 100 kilometers, the atmosphere becomes so thin that it slowly merges with space. So internationally, 100 kilometers is recognized as above which the space starts. If you launch satellites above 100 kilometers, then they can keep revolving around Earth and they can stay there for some time. Okay, so that is, you have to remember, 100 kilometers is the minimum height above which we have to launch the satellites.